Oops.
Spoiler alert.
How do you start the show jacked up?
It's quite easy, actually. It's harder to do it right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Starlight Digest, a podcast bringing line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 125, being recorded on September 6th, 2021. I am your host, Darth Moocher, and I've got Bootleg Joe here with me.
Yo.
I've got Scott Solo.
What's up, nerds?
And Grand Admiral Franz.
Hey, everybody.
Franz?
And, of course, we have our pit and our Patreons that we want to give a shout out to first.
Yeah, so let's talk Patreon for a moment. Where did it go? There it is. Hey, I'd like to give a shout out and a special thank you to all of you that support us.
Yes.
That's Justin the Vanilla Thunder, Mervine, Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour Podcast, Don and Brady of the Escape Pod Podcast on the Red 5 Network, Crystal Amphier, Brandon and Anya Epler, and AJ from the Forbidden Panel. Thank you guys. Without you, all of this wouldn't be happening right here, at least not in this way. It'd be really bad. We'd just be like,
you see the screw up I did before?
And yeah,
we'd be sitting on Zoom again. And
that's right.
Yeah.
Chris would sound like Max Headroom, and Joey, he'd just disappear in the background. With
and we have nothing but graphics on the screen. We'll
that's
barely even. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, yes, thank you so much. We appreciate it tremendously. And for everybody that's chilling in a pit, Scott, why don't you go on and shout out? Those guys are being digested.
All right. Right now, we've got Douglas Tepper again. He's in there. Michael Gutierrez is in there. Gavin Connor. And yeah, there's also some others that just haven't spoke up yet. I'm pretty sure my father-in-law, Don, is watching. So
what's up, Don?
Hi, Dad.
Yes.
Who upset Ernie? The 2 weeks in a row of the return of Ernie.
I know, right?
And he's missed 2 weeks. He's at Disney today. He's at home.
Yeah, Ernie he is back, by the way, because he did make, I think he was on Toy Migos. So he's back in the saddle. But yeah, he had plans to go to downtown Disney. So Ernie, if you're watching this, I don't even know if he watches this, but if you are watching
it when it's recorded, he ain't watching it live.
Yeah,
he's not watching this.
I hope you're having a good time, and maybe next Monday you'll be back in the swing of things with us too. Holding it down. So
the full returnee of Ernie.
The returnee of hashtag returnee of Ernie.
Yeah, I was starting to advertise that, and I completely we had to pull it back. It's like the returnee
That's awesome.
is not happening. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
Oops.
Well, everybody, thank you for coming in on a holiday weekend and join and talking some Star Wars with us. Before we get started, smash that like button, share this with everybody that you can. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, because we've got so much coming out. We have the TikToks that Scott does. They're awesome. I look forward to them daily, and when they're not down, I end up scrolling for hours on TikTok and hours and sending every funny thing to Joey. So, if you're not up to speed on that, go check that out. They drop in our YouTube channel also. We also drop our Beyond the Pits episodes, which we talk everything other than Star Wars. Just like Chad is talking about Shang-Chi's movie that came out, which was amazing. We're not going to spoil it because there are some people who haven't seen it. Really, really, really good kickoff. Well, I'm saying a kickoff to the Phase 4. This is kind of like the legit kickoff, right? I wouldn't really consider Black Widow.
Or Black Widow.
Yeah, I mean, it is a good movie.
Would you not consider WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki?
Yeah,
I don't know how they're going to tie in, though.
Maybe I'm rephrased to theatrical kickoff, right? That's
maybe,
I guess that's what I'll say to be safe. But you're right. Phase 4 has been kicked off on that. Great movie. But when we do our Beyond the Pits, that's what we would talk about. We go full spoiler. We would talk about something like that, or we would have a wheel that we would spin, and on that wheel is all stuff from Ghostbusters to Harry Potter. We don't even know what we're going to talk about. We hit it for about half an hour. It's a lot of fun. So please go check those out. They're timeless. They live in our archived videos. We appreciate it. So, and we'll be dropping more too, in fact. And Shang-Chi, I will be one of those. So
yeah, I got to go see it still. I'll go
yeah, definitely. I'll go see it again. Shoot.
Spoiler alert, there's a lot of bangle bracelets happening in that movie.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
80s style.
Yeah,
very
pretty
80s
much.
style.
Very 80s style. It's funny because whenever some of the characters, if they're wearing them, they're walking around, they sound like bracelets.
Yeah.
Whenever they're walking around. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So
for the Star Wars front on everything that's been going on from last week to this week, not a lot, right? I mean, we know this,
really.
that there's all this stuff that's building up and building up. There's a couple things that are building up, of course, from the Book of Fett that we saw. I know Chris and I saw this on the internet, which was something cool. Again, rumor mill, grain of salt. I don't know if this is very spoiler. It has nothing to do with plot, but there's mentions of Boba Fett continuously upgrading his armor in the series, which I find actually pretty cool, like progressive. We're not going to just be stalemated on that aspect. First thing I thought of was like,
it's been done. I mean, that's what Din did first, like 3 or 4 episodes of Mandalorian.
Correct. And
they said it would be better than that last one he had, like the colors. I love the color scheme on the last one.
I do
too. I'm not sure what they're gonna do. I thought the matte paint was rad.
Yeah,
it took me a minute to get into it, but once I did, I'm like, okay, I want that costume. I can pull that costume off. So
you can.
Let's do this.
You can also, if even if you can't, there's Hasbro that will make you buy it, and I'm sure Sideshow will step right in and make you buy
the Hot Toys version of it is insane. And there's 2 variations. There's one that has the throne and the removable helmet, and
the clean armor, the when he just found his armor, it's absolutely insane. So the concept of Boba Fett upgrading his armor even more, maybe more weapons to it, and a more aesthetic look, I think I'm down. I'm down with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to
they
stay.
said it'd be more for flashback type, because it's gonna be a heavy flashback type show too, is what we hear.
Right.
It's the rumor.
So and it would kind of help differentiate between time frames.
Right.
Exactly.
This
new one versus Mandalorian time versus whatever.
Yeah, which is interesting too. Michael Gutierrez said, "When will the Book of Fett have a trailer?" We don't have a specific date for a trailer, but it is confirmed that a trailer is coming. They will have a trailer.
October is usually when we get stuff.
Yeah,
for
we're expecting
December
next
releases,
month.
right?
Yeah.
By the end of next month, I would say.
That's whenever we would usually at least get some kind of a trailer for a film. So I would assume that's about the same thing.
It might be. It might be before a Monday Night Football game.
Yeah, probably.
Most likely.
They
Most
always
likely.
do that. Yeah.
I was kind of
probably.
thinking, what's nothing? There's no conventions. There's nothing from now to the end of the year, right? There's just there's the summer heat up, and then there's the winter heat up, and the winter heat up is usually Star Wars now. And
Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con has moved to November. So it's the same. I think it's the same weekend as Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's awful late for it. Yeah.
That's late.
Yeah, Thanksgiving weekend.
Comic-Con would be the place where you saw something usually.
Right.
Or the Disney
July,
D23.
Right. When is D23? Is there a D23?
Not this year.
I don't think there is
Not this year.
Yeah.
No.
Next year, right? Yeah, next year. I don't know if they do it every other year or what, but but yeah, no. We only know that there is a trailer coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost like, okay, I'm almost at the point where I don't want to see it because I just want Book of Fett.
Yeah.
But again, I am so hyped for this series that I think it's just going to get me more excited than I ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, what would you want to see in the trailer then? We don't know nothing about the plot. Do you want to see anything plot related? Do you
No.
want to see some of the flashback stuff? Do you want to see?
I want to see
action. Just show some action.
I want to see 30 seconds of just cut scenes of exploding, and that's all.
like just a view of the Sarlacc. Would that be cool? Like, that was.
Oh, you know what? If like his
out.
hand was pulling himself out of the Sarlacc, I'd be down with that.
Of a blown up mess, just a jacked up mess, and somebody's hand, like whether it be Dengar or somebody reaching down to grab him to pull him out.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah. Yes,
I think
Michael.
I bet you they change it to Cad Bane instead of Dengar in this story.
Oh man, dude.
I bet you they make it to where he pulls himself out, where he's
by
just
himself.
where it's just lone wolf right there,
or a Tusken.
Right.
Since he's kind of with the Tusken.
There
stuff,
you go.
That gaffy stick and
Right.
All right.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah, Michael Gutierrez. When if the trailer will have an exact release date? Probably. Most likely. I don't think it'll say December. I think it'll say streaming on blah 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 blah.
Probably,
December 20 whatever the date is.
Yeah.
Cliff says Omega will pull him out. You mean the armorer? Yes.
God, no.
Yeah.
Yes, the armorer will pull him out. That's happening. You guys just don't know.
That would be a good twist. That's his
totally
twin
is.
sister pulls him out. I mean,
Yep.
why not?
You have a twin sister.
Come follow your our father's legacy. Let's just rebuild Mandalore. Blah 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 blah.
So
no, I'm staying here on Tatooine.
Yeah. So again, okay. So what I want to see in the trailer is that the opening shot on the Sarlacc. Boba Fett's hand, and then the hand brings him out of it, because we know the in the aftermath books,
book. Yeah.
we know that the Sarlacc died during the explosion of Jabba's sailor barge.
Right.
The Sarlacc died in that, and he was maybe safe under whatever, a tentacle or whatever it was.
But they could retcon that pretty easy, that Cobb Vanth just thought it died, or however the story went, that they thought it died.
Right.
In the explosion. It could have been somebody coming to save him and blowing it up themselves.
Or wounded to the point where.
Or him getting out and just blasting the hell out of it, and it looks like it blew up.
Yeah,
So
I would say Sarlacc was wounded to the point where Boba Fett could escape. That's his jetpack. He still has his jetpack, even though it misfired. He still has it. It could still function to jet out of it too.
Yeah.
Now, bringing up Cobb Vanth and Aftermath, I am currently listening again to that first Aftermath book. Whenever I read it, it was really a difficult read, but listening to the audiobook of it, so much better. I am enjoying it so much more than I was the first time.
And it's especially after knowing where the other two go. It's not like you have skin in the game now. It's like, okay, I know why I care about these guys.
Yeah,
exactly.
And who's going to make it to the end? Because the problem sometimes in the Star Wars books now is you don't know if you should like this person or not anymore. Am I going to get attached to this person like the High Republic stuff? Oh, this guy's really cool. Oh, shoot.
Right.
Gone right away. It's like, all right.
I listened to all 3 Aftermath books, the trilogy. And then after that third one, I went back, and then as like Chris said, then you start really like dissecting it and putting it. Oh, okay, I get it, because at that time when Aftermath came out, and then Life Debt, and then Empire's End, that's
it.
So in between that, we had Battlefront video game come out. We had a couple other things that tied in the Emperor's contingency plan that gave more meat to it, and then when you put it all together. And then when Mandalorian comes out and you see these things, and then Bad Batch comes out and see these things, then you're like, okay, got it. Like it's a whole thing. But by itself, right? And that's where I'm thinking where High Republic is, right? I think High Republic is that too, where they're throwing stuff out and it's like, okay, yeah, I got it, until I see this bigger picture, maybe a year down the line or something that's going to tie in the High Republic. That's not High Republic, right? Like that, something else. I think that's when. Okay, time to take a step back. Let's redo this again. Okay, I get it now. All right, that's actually cool. Or now it's all coming together. So I'm waiting for that, I guess, right? Like that. Me personally,
it's like when you're building a house and you're seeing parts of it, right? You don't know what it's leading to. You don't know how the rooms are going to look. But when it's all done, it's like, oh, okay, that's a badass house. You got to build it bit by bit.
Michael Gutierrez also said, could Boba Fett appear in season 2 of the Bad? Yeah, we wanted him in season 1 of the Bad Batch.
Yeah, I'm because pretty sure he didn't show up at the end.
Going.
He was mentioned. He was mentioned as the Alpha. So
the fact that he didn't show up in the last episode kind of irked me, because I figured that was an easy lead into season 2.
It's all permanent. It's all.
We can't have Boba
foreshadowing.
We can't have Boba Fett as our crutch for every show that comes out, though. I mean,
no, but
Vader has been for a long time, right? It was always Vader was the crutch.
Yeah.
Vader. Oh look, Vader's in Rebels. Oh look, Vader's in Rogue One. It's just
we kind of half expected him in Bad Batch. You know what I mean? Like,
I totally expected him.
Yeah, we did. So Vader is our crutch on everything.
Yeah.
Without Vader, there's no Star Wars.
Season 7 of Rebels. There's Vader's all.
Yeah.
But now they're trying to go to Boba Fett because they've got 794 Vader figures. They've only got 512 Fett figures.
It's so funny.
So
they're
so
neck and neck.
It's so funny how you put Boba Fett or Vader on a shelf, they will go before any other character, right? Like hands down, And they're doubling down on Boba Fett now, and we're rejoicing. I mean, there could be too much, but at this point, I don't care. I want it, right?
Yeah,
it's like, when will season 3 of The Mandalorian start? We don't know. We only know that they are in production. We don't know if that means filming or pre-production right now. That's
we've also got Cassian. His show's already done. Obi-Wan show is done.
Final filming
already.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we talked about last week, the prequel type stuff, right? Not even the prequel so much, the original trilogy type stuff is all coming out at once.
Yes.
And then we'll hit the Mandalorian stuff again.
Yes.
With Book of Boba Fett, we'll link to both of them.
I wouldn't expect Mandalorian 3 till the end of next year, if not 2023. Beginning of 2023. Because there's so much to really, and again, there's so much to really kind of keep us at bay on that too. And then that hype to season 3. I heard another rumor that Luke and Grogu, or Luke Skywalker, they say is and all that stuff, that they are betting him in Mandalorian season 3, and I said this last week where like I don't think so. I thought it was going to be more like on its own, Ahsoka or something like that. But we'll see. That's why I want to bring up. Speaking of Marvel and stuff, and go and see Shang-Chi, they did a 15-minute or 13-minute one-shot that's called Marvel One-Shot on Disney Plus about Trevor, the Mandarin, the actor, and how, well, I'm not going to spoil it, but they did a 15-minute thing on there as a one-shot for a prelude into Shang-Chi, and I thought that would be amazing if they did that with Star Wars.
Yep.
Why? What? I mean, could we get our? I'm just going to ask this question. I kind of know it already, but could we get our Luke Skywalker feel that way with these one-offs, and then going into seasons or episodes? It doesn't necessarily have to be in the main plot of it, but we can get these one-offs. Star Wars,
like quick little 15-minute deals like in between each series.
Yes.
Where's Luke now?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think that'd be rad. And then
wouldn't that be awesome?
He shows back up, you're kind of caught up. You just see little bits of him and Grogu training. That's all you see, right? Just going through and through and through.
Or just little mini vignettes of him putting together the temple or something.
Yeah, but
I'd be down with that.
It's enough, right? Like, it's enough to really keep our interest. And you have these little one-offs, which again, I didn't even foresee this coming. It wasn't advertised. All of a sudden, Scott told me it was on there, and I was like, really? I didn't see it on there. But I thought that was so cool. A little sneak of like, watch this. It'll help you with this. And I'm like, Luke Skywalker could be that kind of stuff. We talked about the amount of work they put into bringing Luke back, not just for the 30 seconds of Mandalorian season 2, but I think for the long picture. And with that will come every other actor that's aged and all that stuff.
They'll do a special edition solo with Harrison Ford de-aged, at some point.
God, that'd be awesome. Well, maybe Douglas Tupper. Yes, they could do it animated. Again, one shot, could be live action or animated. That's fine with me, as long as it's there. Like they're doing with Marvel, I think it can work with Star Wars.
They really should have hit Grogu animated to introduce him that way. That was a miss on Bad Batch too. I don't know. I know everything shouldn't have to link, but something somewhere. We got Kanan, for God's sake. We could have got Grogu.
Right. Yeah. Yes, Michael Gutierrez. Yes, Star Wars Visions is in September 22nd. So, I can't. As more stuff that I see coming on, I'm like, okay, I'm in. Of course, I'm in. It's Star Wars. We always said, like, am I gonna really talk about this? I'm like, yeah, probably. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not an anime fan. I don't really like most anime. I think I find it annoying. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that there's not a lot of that. The traditional.
Well, I've got the. I have the
I'll
book,
give it a chance.
The Ronin book. They sent it to me, right, to go through digitally. And I'm only a couple of chapters in, but it's kept my attention more so than I expected, and more so, honestly, the beginning of the book is written really well.
Yeah, the excerpt that you sent us.
It's the best thing I've read lately, right? And it's pretty good. They don't call him a Jedi. They do mention Sith. They call him the Ronin, right? But it's kind of wild, kind of neat, a different take. But I like how it is. But every time they say the Ronin, I'm just picturing a Jedi. Right. And as they give a picture of him, I have him all decked out in his own outfit and everything, and it just helped. And the writing style is really detailed, right? I can envision everything. So
what's funny is when I hear when I hear Ronin, I immediately think of Ahsoka, because she personifies a Ronin, because a Ronin is a rogue samurai. Samurai would go more with the Jedi because it's they're in order.
Yeah.
So a Ronin, that's like a rogue samurai. So I mean that fits Ahsoka perfect.
Yeah. And they talk about his blade, not his lightsaber type of thing. So it's that style. It's pretty neat. It's got my attention. I just haven't been able to jump in. Yeah. When I have to sit down and read it, it's a little bit tougher to get to. But I
love the fact that Star Wars is going towards that samurai tradition where the blade, it's its own character.
I'm so ready for it.
Yeah, like blades in Star Wars now mean something. To us, like the Excalibur was always Skywalker's saber, right? The Skywalker saber. But also now that we have all these other titles and mantles, and who holds it yields this other power. I like that extra, extra lore, I guess, behind Star Wars and all of our stuff. We didn't have that before. This is something Disney introduced into the canon and Star Wars and stuff is to have that real traditional samurai, myths and legends, going beyond just a Force user,
Yeah. And the thing is, it's not canon. I'm getting myself into the what if, because what if was getting me into I don't want to see visions. I don't want to see visions at all. Right, the first couple.
Right.
The last couple of what ifs have got me into. Okay, well, if I can accept that that's not part of Marvel and they're good stories,
Right.
let's just watch the visions and see. Okay, that was a cool one-off. Doesn't mean anything to the overall, and that was just cool. I'm just trying to get myself in that mindset.
Did you ever read those Visionaries comics that Dark Horse put out?
A little bit, like the Darth Maul. Just very
the General Grievous,
Tag and Bink, and all of those. I mean, those were all Visionaries. It was all outside of continuity. It was all kind of what if stories. That's what I'm looking at Visions as, kind of like that.
Because it is told that they are not canon. They are supposed to be this fun, stylized.
Seeing Star Wars through a different lens is what it is.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm down with it. I'm good. Like I said, where the story was going in the book, I'm cool to see what's going to go in the animation. So I'm
awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah, September 22nd. Just something to look forward to. Just more stuff. Switching topics to the collectors and stuff, because I thinking about the Boba Fett and the many styles that he, rumored that he's gonna upgrade his armor, just had me thinking like another figure, right? And this Wednesday Hasbro is doing a live stream for Star Wars fans, right? The Star Wars Hasbro live stream. My first thought is I haven't even gotten pre-orders I did back in January yet from Hasbro because of all the delays, and now we're gonna pre-order more on Wednesday. Like it's getting to the point where like we're gonna have a whole year of like this is where we're gonna come out, pre-order the stuff. They'll come out next year.
Eventually.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know they'll eventually come out, but at the same time, like they have to. I wish they would come out and recognize. We understand this is 3 waves now of figures that we're putting, and this could be the 4th wave of pre-order figures. We haven't even gotten the Lando General Calrissian wave or a Sting wave yet. That was that, and then you have the Archive wave, and then you have whatever. I mean, we still haven't have like Wrecker's not even out yet in abundance. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just like this. I remember pre-ordering some of these in last December.
Yeah. Pre-order is getting ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
so it's and it drives me nuts. Like even with the pops, you figure you have those they have those retro looking, cartoony looking Star Wars guys coming out right now, right? The shadows, those are they're drawn.
Yeah.
Well, it pushes us out to October. They're backed up now to October 27th, but they're in the stores.
Yeah.
So who does that? Why isn't the pre-order the one that gets sent first? I don't understand how that works. It's like a pre-order.
I actually had this conversation with a representative at Hasbro Pulse, and because I was getting frustrated, so I actually contacted Hasbro Pulse, and they said, number one, we are not Hasbro, so we get things. We're almost a separate entity altogether. Mm-hmm. Number two, the retail partners that pay all the money for the contracts with them get preferential treatment, not the people, not the individuals. Right. So
the ones that pay a yearly
subscription
already for that.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, our $50 isn't, anything compared to the millions that Walmart or Target or
Walmart. But I order them directly from Target. So
I know.
Why would Target screw up my pre-order and not give them to me, but yet put them in the store? It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's Target. Sorry, Joey. Target's another problem altogether.
No. But they all do it. Amazon does the same thing right now. I've got a bunch of set there that's all pre-order, but they're
because there's stuff I've ordered from Target a long time ago that I haven't even got. I mean, I totally forgot I ordered them.
Let's put it this way: I ordered Snake Eyes and Timber from the G.I. Joe declassified sets, and I ordered him from Pulse. And then I'm like, okay, well, Pulse sucks, so I'm going to double down and I'm going to order them from GameStop as well.
Yeah.
My GameStop order shipped today.
Yeah, I got my notification too.
Yeah. And my Pulse notification still says sometime in November.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, it's prime example of what I'm talking about here. They're giving preferential treatment to
that's what it
big
is.
Money box sellers over the little guy.
Because I understand shortages and I understand the climate of today, and they even came out and delayed a bunch of stuff. I get that of the whole shipping and there's freight cargo boats or ships that are off and can't get and all that stuff. I get that.
Swear to God, that's where the Razorcrest is.
Yeah, but at the same time, what you just said, how can GameStop get theirs and ship it versus we paid an annual fee to something just for free shipping? Well, GameStop offers free shipping too, over a certain amount of money. Amazon, all that stuff. So it's like,
not on your pre-orders, though.
Yeah, well,
GameStop pre-orders are a whole other issue with the shipping.
Yeah,
because you have to do each one separately, and it won't let you do a combined.
You're right. But I even
totally forgot I ordered from GameStop the Snake Eyes until today, where I was like, "What the hell did I order?"
Oh,
and there's I was like, "Oh, dang, okay."
There's so many things that I'm like, "Oh, wait, where did I place that order from?" Because
Right. Michael Gutierrez, I hope the Black Series of Boba Fett from the Disney Plus series is revealed during live stream. Rumor is according to Yakface, that Boba Fett is coming Black Series.
And a Cobb Vanth.
And a Cobb Vanth, yes.
And what's his
Wasn't
ass?
there a Boba Fett release from
Saw Gerrera?
Saw Gerrera is going to be Saw Gerrera and Cobb Vanth are rumored to be deluxe figures too at the $30 price range.
Yeah. And all across the board, all figures are going to $24.99 too.
Was there a Boba Fett release from SH Figure Arts also? The same one?
That thing, I'm gonna pre-order that one because I've seen the images of it. It looks insane. So,
and I mean, I know you guys ain't into this line, but I am.
We're not getting the Godzilla Boba Fett.
No. The Mandalorian, the Samurai.
Yeah.
They released the new armor, but this one comes with Grogu.
Yeah.
And Grogu's got the little ponytail, and he comes in a little stroller. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm probably have to get that one.
Mervine's asking Chris if he was able to pick up the cell-shaded pops from Target today.
No, I'm waiting for my pre-order to come in because they're all sitting there saying they're going to come out October 27th or whatever the hell. So I don't go out hunting because I have everything on pre-order.
That's
I don't want to go do it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they won't let me cancel. Target and GameStop are a pain in the ass about canceling stuff too. Yeah. So I'm like, forget it. So no, I didn't get anything today at all.
That's my thing. I have everything. I pre-order everything that I want. If I find it in the stores, I'll cancel. But I find nothing in the store, so I end up waking up every morning, checking my account, and making sure I have the appropriate funds there. Because it's not just the 24. It's like sometimes I pre-ordered 5 or 6 figures at a time, and I need to make sure. Yeah. My electric bill is paid first and all that stuff.
I do think what we are going to see, and this is pure speculation. I have no basis for fact here, but I do think we're going to see the Rancor. I think we're going to see the Haslab Rancor this week.
At least the concept or the prototype, maybe unpainted.
They might even put it on sale. Yeah. They might even put it on sale. But I'm not biting, man. I'm not going to bite on this one.
That's insta buy for me.
I'm ticked off that I'm still waiting on the Razor.
They said fall. They said the fall.
You really just hate to be 2 or 3 projects pre-ordered ahead.
Yeah,
exactly. That much money too. Because Haslab is paid in full.
Yeah, and that's
all of a sudden their quality starts dropping, and you're like, wait a second, you're 3 deep.
I understand that, but they also said fall of 2021.
They did.
So
and
it's not fall yet.
You know what? With the barge, we got regular updates. We got a booklet. We got all sorts of things telling us the progress that was being made on the item. I think they did some of that with Unicron too. I think I didn't order Unicron, so I don't know for sure. Yeah. But now with all the delays, I just feel like because there have been delays, they've told us that it's going to be delayed at least once, I believe. So I would just like to see some kind of notification that hey, look at this.
Yeah, the last notification we got was update was like a month and a half ago, right? They showed us when Jon Favreau, it was on Disney or so when Jon Favreau was holding it and it was fully painted.
Oh yeah,
it was on the gallery. I think it was the first gallery.
Yeah, with
the Razorcrest. It wasn't even like that. It was a live stream. They did like the whole thing. Jon Favreau had it, and it was like
So you guys haven't got nothing like recently.
No updates. No, that was the only update that we got the actual what it's going to look like, what's going to how it's going to ship, the paint app and all that stuff.
Mervine backed the Transformers Victory Saber. I don't even know what those words mean. So I think that's a Japanese version of Optimus Prime or something. I don't know.
Oh, is that the Transformers Haslab that was the recent one?
Yeah.
Haslab, man, I mean, okay, people are getting their Sentinels now. I don't even, again, I don't know if that was delayed. I know Galactus went from 14,000 backers a day or a couple of days before the deadline, and then went to like 30-some thousand. I mean, beyond. I'm thrilled on that. I like that. Get more and more and more, because the more they'll get to the stuff we want. Rancor for me is an easy buy. I don't think it's going to be in the $300 to $400 range unless it's Rancor in big play set. It's just, I don't know. I don't think there's that many parts to it that.
He's going to be able to
do that much.
He's going to be able to eat a Gamorrean and poop him out. That's it. It's going to be like Baby Alive.
Then $300 is cool.
Yeah, then I'll pay $300. I might even get 2.
I might even consider that.
I might be in. I don't back anything. If he's pooping out Gamorreans, I'm in.
So with all of the Haslabs that have come out, they have had since the first one, since the initial Haslab, they've had stretch goals. What do you think the stretch goals would be for the Rancor? Because they've always been a figure. So I'm assuming we're going to probably get a Luke, maybe a Gamorrean guard.
Yeah.
I think Ula.
And Ula, yeah.
Rancor Keeper. I don't think we'll get a Luke or a Gamorrean guard because we got them already. I just think Ula and Maliki.
Malakili?
Malakili from and that, or like I said, I want like a base, a sand base with the spikes and the skulls and stuff, where a base that you could sit on, and that could be a stretch goal too. What was kind of funny is that the Galactus stretch goals was 3 or 4 figures. It's like, but that you want accessories, right? Like figures to me aren't necessarily accessories, because I think if they do release a Ula and stuff, they'll just reissue her in a regular, maybe without maybe some accessories or whatever. So let's get accessories to the Rancor, like a base.
We talked about that before, the base and having the door that opens and closes. Something like that.
Yeah,
or
like
at
a
least
framed
with the switch.
That'd be cool.
Like a framed, spiked cage or drawbridge or something, or maybe a front drawbridge that you could lift up and down. From I don't know.
Price is steadily going up. As
there you go. There, I'm trying to justify the $2 or $3.99 or $2.99 price.
That it's going to be. Right.
Yeah,
if it's going to be that much anyway, you have to throw that in, because otherwise it's just a Rancor.
$199 Rancor would probably be legit, like a $200 Rancor with just as is.
If you think about the size of the Rancor,
so
that monster is massive.
So it's going to be it's going to be for 6-inch scale, right?
Yeah.
So if they have this gate you guys are talking about, you might as well just take the door off of your room and put the cage right there where your door is.
Well, I expect this thing to be about 30 inches.
Oh, I think he's right.
It's gonna be bigger than that, dude.
Oh, see, I was thinking like 18. I don't think he's but 3 times the size of Luke.
Yeah, I think it's like 3.
He's massive, man. I mean,
Luke comes up to his
knee. He's got a Gamorrean guard in his hand. He's swallowing.
You figure he was at least 25, 30
feet,
18,
maybe? But
20 inches, maybe at max. I think.
Oh,
he's
hold
massive.
on. I mean, we got there's the internet. I can tell you how.
Yeah, right. We can get the exact size for 1/12 scale.
You just calm yourself down.
1/12 scale Rancor is. I'm thinking, 820, because he's hunched over, is 18, 20 inches. And you can definitely
feet.
fit. Yeah.
16 feet.
Yeah.
So a 2.5 Lukes.
2.5 Lukes. So here's the other problem I have. The 3 3/4 inch Rancors that I have had in the past have not been able to stand worth a damn. They've always just kind of.
Well, that's number one priority for Hasbro to get right. Really.
Yeah, they
the
really
tail's got to be heavy.
Yeah, counterbalanced.
But it's also a very short tail, so they've got to put a lot of weight in that thing. Especially if it's supposed to hold a figure. Like if you want to put your Luke in that hand, it's gonna.
I expect fully articulate. I mean, I'm sure the hands, fingers, are all articulated individually. Mouth, jaw, tail, legs, joint. I mean, it's gonna be
sound.
It's gonna be. Yeah, that would be a good. That would be good too.
Cool. I'm telling you,
no lights, but sound.
The Jabba's Palace Luke was a Walmart exclusive that was very limited retail release. So I really do honestly think we're probably going to end up getting a Luke as a stretch goal too.
Yeah. With the bone. Luke with the femur bone.
But is that exciting?
No, because I got a Luke.
Luke with a bone.
I got a Luke. Like I said, you would. It's almost like a catch-22, right, Chris? Like, if we get brand new characters, we're going to get them in regular release because they're doing that with the Comic-Con exclusives and stuff, right? If we get figures, and then okay, we get figures that have already been released, but maybe comes with some of the little accessory or whatever. You know, a Gamorrean guard that splits in half. I don't know. Or you know
what? Get one of the other Jabba's creatures that they haven't done yet. You know,
Reese, a squid head,
yak face.
Yak face. Well, yak face. Yeah, exactly.
And 6-inch, right?
Yeah,
they have never done a 6-inch, so do some Jabba's palace characters.
All of them on the barge, Nick Tube, everything, man. Like,
it doesn't have
about
to be
the Max Rebo band.
Max Rebo band would be amazing.
That should be a whole set. That should be a whole.
That would be.
I agree.
That's $100 set in in my opinion, and I would buy one.
That's
a $100 for that. Yep.
They're $25 a piece. You're at 150 probably.
Exactly.
Or more.
Well, as long as it's not special edition Max Rebo band, I don't need that little.
No,
you don't need the drummer guy.
I don't need the drummer.
What's going to end up happening is you're going to get Max Rebo with like the clarinet playing Biff, and then you're going to get Cy Snoodles with the drummer guy,
dancers,
and then you're going to get then you'll have a separate pack with the 3 dancers. Yeah, Max Rebo will come with somebody. Yeah.
Yes, Cliff. I'm just on my Rancor. I'm describing 300. But that's what I'm expecting. Rancor to be about 300, but I just don't think
Isn't that what everything comes out to? Is that what the Sentinel was? Galactus.
Galactus was $399. Sentinel was $400, wasn't it?
I think it was about the same. Yeah,
you're gonna have to expect it then.
The barge was $400.
My problem is I don't have a place to display the Rancor because I put my 6-inch here up above me, and there ain't no room here for a Rancor. So
you have dual monitors, right? Get rid of one. It's not even working. PG family.
Family friendly. You can blur those out in post, right?
Too late.
It's hard to get them off SoundCloud.
Yeah, I know, right? Kent popped in and invited us out to the Star Wars Trivia Night at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah. Let's get into. There's 2 things I want to plug real fast.
All right.
Locally, Barnes & Noble. Kent does a blue milk latte, and he's a barista over there too. They're doing a trivia night on Saturday, September 9th.
18th.
And the 18th or all those days. I think it's 9 and 18.
I think it's Saturday, September 18th. Or is it?
Got it.
Yes, the 18th.
The 18th. Got it. Well, cool, man. I don't think I'm in town that day.
I'm in San Diego.
Yeah, I don't think I'm in town because
win it all. Let's go.
All right. Well, hey, Chris
represent.
Yeah, man. I mean, any one of us can walk in there and take it. Gauntlet thrown. I mean, please.
Me and Joey will go in there and rip it up.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'll cheerlead.
Yeah, so 9/18. Yeah, so awesome. Anybody locally in our area that wants to check that out, that's fun. I think that was supposed to be a thing before COVID hit.
Yeah, we were planning on going.
Yeah, we were planning on going. I love it. We're doing our own trivia stuff, and that would be awesome. Yeah. Yes, there will be prizes and stuff. Also, want to plug in October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, we are going to be at the Unicon in Las Vegas. Here's a bigger or expanded picture. Our very own Scott Solo did this amazing artwork, and I think it's the official poster and T-shirt and everything else.
Yeah,
you can.
There are several posters that are coming up, but they wanted this one here to specifically reach out and touch the Star Wars fans because these are some of the actually some of the actors and creators are going to be there that created this, like. Timothy Zahn, who created Thrawn, of course, is going to be there signing autographs. Ashley Eckstein's going to be there. Daniel Logan's going to be there. D. Bradley Baker, who is all of the clones, is going to be there. Yeah. And, of course, the one and only Hondo Onaka, the voice of Hondo, will be there as well. So
awesome.
Yeah, October 1st through the 3rd, we're going to be there.
Las Vegas.
Why didn't we just lose the voice of Hondo?
Why can't
I think of his name all of a sudden?
I can't either, but he's also Eeyore and
Pooh Bear and
Jim Cummins. Jim Cummins.
There you go, Jim Cummins. Yeah. Oh my God, dude, that was horrible. Because I thought the same thing. Scott can't remember either. I can't remember.
So you did this digitally. So if they're at last minute additions, you can add them in.
No, I'm very, very much done with that.
Awesome.
Where was the Sarlacc logo on it? I missed it.
Boy, I tell you.
There's
no Easter egg logo on there.
No Easter egg logo on there. No.
Wow.
I shoulda. Huh?
But yeah, so I'm glad to see events coming back. So go out there, support, have some fun, Star Wars it up. Blue Milk Latte. Look Blue Milk Latte up too. Also, he does a podcast, which is fabulous. Also, he's been on our show. Check that out too. And if you're local, go and have some fun and try to beat Chris because I don't think anybody can.
Ooh.
I really don't.
Well, yeah, especially since I'm not going to be there.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to be there. So,
Wow.
I know, right? Gauntlet thrown again.
but yeah, so Scott
next week on Sarlacc.
Yeah, and of course, yeah. If you're in Vegas, come hang out because I'm going. I don't know if Chris or Joey or anybody has confirmed they're going, but I'll be there. Scott will be there. Yeah,
I think I'm there.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. And we're just gonna hang out. I think we're sharing a spot, but I think it's mostly Scott. But come check out Scott, and maybe he'll draw you something. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
usually it shows I do $5 5-minute sketches.
Yeah.
So you tell me the character you want to draw. I look up a reference. Say Marco will hit the timer for 5 minutes, and I take a Sharpie and I just draw as fast as I can to try and get that character drawn in 5 minutes. So
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to getting back to the swing of things to shows again.
Yeah,
I really am because we got to prepare for next year's celebration, Anaheim celebration. So, because that's all the energy right there. That's everything. But yeah, Blue Milk Latte says Chris, get a team together. Me, myself, and I. Right, Chris? Oh.
Why do you need a team? People get in the way. I have to discuss it. Do you think it's Endor? It's not Endor.
What's Mike doing?
Endor.
Mike says, when is the Vegas thing? October 1st to the 3rd. And where is it, Scott? What's casino? Or
in Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
Yeah,
it is there's a new convention center that's down towards, I think it's down towards the end of the strip, like before you get into the really gnarly part of town. It's
right next to the Hustler Strip Club.
Woohoo!
Right next to it.
We will definitely post it on our Starlight Digest Central, also the exact location. I know tickets are available, everything, and they've got a good. Michael Bean's going to be there.
Yeah,
there's got some good, a lot of wrestlers. Joey, I mean, hey, enticing.
Let's go.
I mean, hey,
you can go tell them, hey, join AEW, for, whatever.
Let's go.
I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun, dude. And of course we'll hang out after. We'll buy drinks and whatever. So
I know a lot of really good Irish pubs out there in Vegas.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
And the Unicon, it is at the World Market Global Center, Market Center, Las Vegas, Nevada. So there you go.
Awesome.
Oh my God, 24 days. Oh.
I know, right? It's
every time I think about it, I get.
But we're in September now, and it's 110 degrees today. It's awesome. I love it. Jeez, man, I cannot wait. Hey, is anybody going to be at Disneyland this Sunday or next Sunday, the 12th? Because if you are, I will buy you a blue milk. If you are, we'll find a spot, and I will buy people blue milks if they're going to be in Vegas too. So, or Vegas, Disneyland. That just reminded me of the transition over. Yes, yeah, Scott. Nice. If I see you there, I'll buy you a blue milk.
Okay. Especially since we're already planning on going together. That's
but I might ditch you just for that reason. Like ditch you, then go live on Facebook and see if you show up. But anyway,
but we'll keep it a secret. Don't nobody know.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. We won't tell anybody. Yeah,
it'll look natural.
Nobody will know.
I said nothing. All right, we got a little bit of time left. We kind of like do these little lists and everything. We're gonna go through a real fast one now because we posted on our Starlight Digest Central a poll. Or with lists like what's your favorite lightsaber duel or whatever like that. And one that came up a lot was favorite Star Wars location and or planet, right? Like iconic,
like the setting, right.
Like the setting, yeah. Like what would be? I would say I'm gonna preface this like what would be your iconic. Like when you see this, it's like this is hands down the epitome of Star Wars. I also want to know where would you love to live in Star Wars galaxy, and where would you think is amazing but hate to live?
Okay.
Yeah. So if whoever wants to kick it off and just start a discussion.
Anytime you think of Star Wars, the first thing that pops in my mind is probably the cantina.
Yeah.
Most Eisley. That's probably my number one setting.
The most iconic, right? Like
music so much happens there. Everything kind of just happens, and you're seeing all these aliens for the first time. You've got Han and Greedo going at it in the corner. You meet Chewbacca, Obi-Wan, throws down and cuts hands off.
And then the revisiting with Mando, right? Like
and then revisiting it later, and just knowing that was kind of where all the heroes connected, and knowing that was an important place. We heard about Jabba for the first time. There's so much happened in that 5-minute span.
Seriously.
And we see how droids or people are racist against droids. And we never really figured it out till later. It's because people are war veterans and just hate droids because of the
Clone Wars. Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of neat how it all wraps up. But when you think about it, you think back to when you're a kid, there's several. right? I mean,
Right.
I can say Cloud City just almost as much as the Cantina.
Mhm.
That would resonate
Right.
me from when I was a kid. But
Right.
I think the Cantina is just that iconic bit.
Yeah.
It just can't be replicated anymore either. They've tried with Maz's Cantina and stuff. It's you can't beat the
Correct.
Mos Eisley
Correct. They tried with
Yeah.
Maz's K. They really did try. You're 100% right. You know, like to me, it's so funny because the first thing, because we live on Tatooine, it's so easy.
Yeah. no shit.
I remember, because I have such an affinity for Disneyland and Star Tours, right? You guys remember walking out of Star Tours and you says, visit the Ice Planet Hoth, visit
Yes.
Yavin. You know, say, I love those little travel lodge posters kind of stuff. And the one that stuck out to me was Hoth. And it's that scenery where you just see the Tauntaun running across the snow and that
Yeah.
sounds of it. And then I was watching Biomes on Disney Plus, and it has the
Yeah.
Hoth thing. I'm like, you know what? I love Hoth. It reminds me, 'cause I love living in the cold anyway.
Yeah.
Like I like cold weather, and Echo Base and all that stuff would be like, to me, it's like the sounds of Echo Base, everything about it is screams Star Wars, just like the Cantina for you. That would be my most iconic. I think Hoth to me is like the most iconic planet to me, where I recognize it immediately. I love the sounds to it, and it takes me back to, again, the Star Tours, now the biomes, and it just kind of all comes together, and also takes me back to my earliest memories of Star Wars. You know, my very first memories is the Battle of Hoth, seeing it on the big screen as I was like 7 years old or whatever. 5 years old. Sorry. So, you know, it just. But again, the Cantina is so right there too. It's the same thing with Jabba's Palace. Jabba's Palace, Cantina, you know, and Hoth. But yeah.
So, you know, for me, the first movie I remember seeing in theaters was Star Wars, and
Old.
because I am old as dirt, and it's not my favorite planet, but it is always the one that makes me think of it the most. It is Tatooine. It is also Tatooine.
Tatooine.
The whole Lars homestead, as a matter of fact, it's just this little slice of, you know, down to earth homestead with a family in the middle of the worst possible place you could imagine being. But it just resonates with me, and it's always stuck with me throughout my life.
And Luke has his own little world, right? He's consumed his own little bubble.
Yeah.
Right? You know, going to his friend's house, doing this, trying to get away, join the academy. Meantime, this whole thing's going on. It is very.
Yeah.
I
He's
want to
this little person on this little planet in this little section that's absolutely nothing, that becomes the most important person in the world, right?
Yeah.
Or in the galaxy for
Right.
a time at least.
And it all starts on that desert planet.
Starts and that homestead, right? Then the gateway, the first madness he sees is the Cantina, and then off to the, you know, and then come. It's neat. It's like all that right there. I mean, really, Star Wars, the first movie, Episode 4 was enough.
Oh yeah.
Period. That it was so awesome, right?
I wanted to say Hoth. I really did, but honestly, if I'd be lying if I didn't say it was Tatooine.
Yeah. Cliff Binary Sunset is the most iconic Star Wars image for hands down. I try to replicate that almost daily out here when I step outside. So I even look down and I look up, and then the music starts swelling, and then I go to work. So it's like
he has binoculars on his neck. He's just
you know, it's just I mean, again, we are
He's got a little Captain Morgan in him.
we do live in Tatooine too. So it helps, but Joey.
It's like I want to say Hoth just because it's cold and like you said, just the scenery. But my mind is at peace at the sounds of the moon of Endor.
There you go.
Endor's another one. Yavin and Endor are very close for me too.
See, I thought Ewok Village specifically, as far as the cool setting. Right? But Endor in general is just really neat.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was times where I had trouble sleeping, and I would literally go on YouTube and put on the 10 hours of Endor ambience.
That's awesome, dude.
I didn't know that
That's
existed.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You can also get like 8 hours of Vader burning.
Yeah.
On loop.
That I know.
You can get the candle with the smell too, the rotting flesh
Put
candle.
that on Christmas.
Yeah. I do put it on at Christmas.
Your Yule log.
Blue Milk Latte likes Octo. Get some peace and quiet. Yeah, and you get your house. They have live-in maids.
we've only talked about the iconic. Now we need to talk about where we want to live and where would you
the worst exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I did a little.
Did you really? All right, go for it.
It was no. I don't. Not, just to get to Tatooine, just to get to that.
Oh,
it was
okay,
just fun. But these were all on it, and it's like you go through 30 different places and you're doing a little round robin tournament and trying to get down to what's this and what's that.
Correct.
It's kind of neat to think too. And Octo versus Dagobah was one of them. Is what I was thinking. I'm like, Dagobah obviously won because that's another one of those iconic places, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna take Dagobah over Octo. Boom, boom, boom. And as you get there, you come out with the Cantina.
Absolutely. I know everybody. A lot of people have their personal reasons, and then it's the and then the next question is like, where would you want to live? Like, where would you actually like to have your home? And again, thinking about Star Wars now, okay, the threats and everything else associated with it, where would your place of homestead be? Would it be Tatooine? I mean, would it be Hoth? Or would it?
I'm gonna go with Octo because I think we talked about this before. I've been there.
Just away from everybody too.
Away from everybody. It's green. It's cold. It rains. There's sunshine sometimes.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's Ireland, man. It's where I want to be. So there you go.
Yeah. Naboo.
God, that was my number 2.
So
Naboo,
Chris and I, we can bunch this up together because mine's Naboo also.
There you go.
Because the politicians are like, hey.
So, you got to deal with the Gungans, though.
Hey,
you know what? That's one of those cool settings, though. Oda Gunga was on my list. It's like, you know what? It didn't get a lot of play, but it's neat because it's so different than anything else in Star Wars.
And that's our Disneyland, underwater Disneyland. Yeah. We go there and they have the ships and everything, but we have
to go down there and
the nightlife in Naboo
through the deal.
Exactly.
I love Oda Gunga, but
Naboo would be my resting place. My absolutely, it's
stay on feed or wherever she goes, right? Wherever the sand conversation happens.
I would go to the lower income parts of Theed and
right. Yeah. Don't the elves also live there? I believe in the same place somewhere around there.
I think so.
I believe they filmed that there too.
Yeah, so I'm bunching my answer up with Chris's because mine's Naboo, where I would love to that would be the ideal setting. Post all the civil conflicts and all the wars and stuff.
Yeah.
See, Octo for me also because I don't like people. So
well, it's true. You're isolated,
Yeah.
But Naboo's big too. There's only 2 cities, so
that's true.
I mean, where she went in when they were hiding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Italy.
That's the ticket.
Yeah. Italy, right? Joey, where would you love to live in Star Wars?
What was a planet that they made that the Death? It's not the Death Star, but the first Star Killer.
You want to go to Ilum?
Ilum.
And the reason why is because I've always wanted to live like in the forest, like a forest with tall redwoods and it's snowing, and that's
you could
like
pick Alderaan or Ilum, I guess. Like Alderaan.
That's the closest planet I could think of. You're just sitting there having your coffee, and then all of a sudden you just feel the shaking, and then this big old red beam just coming out of nowhere
and fries everything. So either way you go, Alderaan or Ilum, you're screwed.
But then you have to look for another sun after that. It's like, oh, okay, we got like 20 days of darkness before we find another sun.
It is the most inconvenient weapon ever.
Where's it go? I thought the same thing. But no, it's a cool answer because I think that was a neat planet too, and it's massive.
Yeah, Mando Mike says Total Solitude, Mustafar for sure. That's where I'm gonna kick off. That's my least, my one of the coolest planets ever.
Yeah,
coolest ever in Star Wars, but my least places I would never, want to reside. Too hot, too smelly, bunch of sulfur. And you got this, even though it's close to Vader, I get it, but he doesn't like me. I mean, he doesn't like
Mustafar brings a headache.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The headaches and stuff. Mustafar is probably the least habitable planet to ever want to reside in.
I mean, at least we know they've got a forest somewhere.
Yeah, yes,
all the burned trees, but still.
This is like an inside joke, but Cliff too much lava. I don't do good in lava when I'm playing video games. He knows this. I tend to jump in them a lot. So it's too much temptation in Mustafar to even reside. I wouldn't last a day.
Yeah, for me, Mustafar, the just the smell of the sulfur.
Yeah, the sulfur. Yeah,
there's no way.
But Mustafar was high up on my list of locations too. Mainly just not because it's Vader's castle, which is awesome and stuff, but because it took place. The fight took place there, right?
Yeah,
and that's the one we worried about or thought about for 20 some odd years.
Right.
Where was this fight going to take place, or what have you? And that's
see that
that's
could
why
be
that
like
was a big
like
deal.
iconic, right? You know,
Mhm.
iconic. Mustafar is iconic. It's history now, right? It's just a cool planet. I'm trying not to miss anybody in the chat too, but Douglas Tupper said Maz's planet, which was
it's
I lost it. I lost it. I totally lost it.
Like I
It's
lose
a
everything.
just move on and it'll come to my head.
Yeah. So Maz's planet,
Oh,
very cool
man.
too. Yeah. Again, isolated. You got a great watering hole to go visit. You know, and
Well, you did.
you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has to be pre. You know, this has to be in. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, they could have rebuilt it.
Takadana.
Takodana. Oh my! See, it's right there. It's always right there. Always.
But the thing that's the problem with the sequel stuff is it's just right there. It doesn't
It's always
pop
right
out automatic.
Yeah. There you go, Cliff. Thank you, Takodana.
It's like, when's the last time we said Takodana?
Exactly.
I say Tatooine on the daily, like just walking around.
Exactly.
It's like Tourette's for him. He was walking through Barnes and Noble, just Tatooine.
Well, there's
when
information.
I sneeze, that's the sound that comes out. Tatooine.
There's
normal.
information that you were born
Force
with,
be with
and there's
Takodana
information that we have to
doesn't
learn.
come out. Right. Takodana
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
learn.
Yeah.
I know Canto Bite.
Yeah, see, that's Nar Shaddaa and Canto Bight is the Las Vegas resorts. You know,
I wouldn't mind staying there though. That's probably
Yeah.
It looks
I
very
wouldn't
nice.
I wouldn't want to be on Coruscant. Too many people, right?
Way
Way,
too
too
much.
much. I would
yeah.
want to, but setting wise, I want to be in the Jedi Temple, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a
you
contradiction
take the
there,
tour. You know, you go,
Right.
you visit Coruscant, you
but
take the
visit for a
tour.
week, but I want to live
Yeah.
on Naboo and visit the temple.
Right, exact, 100%. Again, there's tons and tons of Star Wars planets and locations that would be so iconic. But if you really like, okay, I'm going to live here and do my day to day and my job, and I can visit, but I want to live. That's where you have to look at like security. Is the world safe? Because again, it's a Star Wars, right? Naboo isn't always safe, but there was during the Clone Wars and all the stuff leading up, it was a volatile planet. Started the Clone Wars basically, where the Emperor's from there. You know what I mean? Or, it's just you have to take all those things in consideration. Yavin 4 would have been good, but also that threat of always those damn rebels have secret bases on my planet that the Empire's, and it almost got blown up. I mean, there's always one.
Alderaan's beautiful.
Alderaan's beautiful.
You got to think what happened in the aftermath of the destruction of the Death Star. I mean, because it was right there, near.
Yeah. It's gonna
Yavin
be circling
4.
Yavin. It's gonna ruin Yavin.
Yeah, that
What
planet is.
about Scarif?
Scarif is
Yeah,
beautiful.
I like
Well,
Scarif.
nice. It
But
was
too
Well,
many-
they only blew up an island. There's
Yeah,
plenty of
that's-
Scarif left.
Okay, but did you see what happened? Well, did you read the comics? What happened with Jeddah after it was hit?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, the whole planet it just slowly rotted and broke apart.
Oh.
So, yeah, same thing is going to
What?
happen to Scarif. Yeah.
Yeah. Felucia's nice this time of year.
Lots of things to eat you.
Yeah, Rancors and Lothal is nice.
Lothal
maybe-
reminds me of like Kansas.
Yeah. You're in the Midwest on Lothal.
That's very true.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty, but
Yeah.
how about some Dathomir? It's like every day's Halloween in Dathomir.
Oh, that's another one that just gives me a headache, man. Whenever I play
No.
Fallen Order, Dathomir is just like you just feel ugly going there.
Oh man. But yeah, that's it's kind of cool because again, you always have to put those.
And Camino was a rad planet. I think we all had a special place for that too, right?
Yeah.
Just at least for Poca City.
I'll get seasick.
Yeah, too
You know.
too many
Yeah.
creatures for that. Too many creatures.
No,
and they're-
I'm just thinking rad ass.
Yeah,
I would want to visit and check it
Yeah.
out, but I wouldn't want to live.
Because at first I was thinking Bespin, right? Like Bespin has this awesome. You're guaranteed work, right? But it's a gas planet, and I'm afraid of heights. So it's like
That's
you
true.
fall. What happens if
Economy's
you fall?
great there.
What happens if you fall and you live through a gas planet? Fall. I mean, what happens? Is it that dense that there's actually a surface? Is it that you fall forever, or did you fall to the other side and gravity takes you back? I don't know.
Too many
These are
questions.
wonderful questions to ask.
We're definitely not stopping at Cloud City. We're good. Yeah.
Exactly. So Bespin again, another iconic planet, but living there, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's
You know
all
what,
it's-
They did really good. Empire I think has the most like just whoa, and they didn't go a whole lot of places really, but I think the settings in Empire just went from Hoth to Dagobah to Bespin, and on top of a ISD, right? You're in a destroyer a lot of the time, so you're really in some cool places, or the Falcon, which is another cool setting, by the way. I think the interior of the Falcon as a setting, is pretty neat. I know.
Well, I don't want to live there.
Stuff, but no. Well,
I don't know
pretty
what
much does.
I don't know what it smells like in there.
Yeah.
Chewie tries to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That damn dirty human.
Michael Gutierrez asked this question: will Jedi Fallen Order have a sequel? Yes.
Supposed to.
Yes, it's in the works. Yep, they're working on it now. It was announced not too long ago that the sequel is coming for Jedi Fallen Order. So get ready for that.
Yes.
I still haven't played all of the first one. So.
Oh yeah, I know that there was DLC on there.
I'm still on the first planet, whatever the first planet is. I just got my saber. I'm on the train.
I think is it Jeddah?
No,
it's Jeddah. No, it's not Jeddah. It's
like some Imperial wrecking yard or something. I don't know.
Well, that's the wrecking yard. But then you go to that planet, that first planet, that
the one with the Jedi Temple.
Stuff.
He's I'm on the wrecking yard.
I'm on
you're in the intro.
I'm in the intro still.
You're still in the intro.
You're in the crawl.
You're still telling him how to use the buttons.
Yeah.
You're with that alien with a Jersey accent.
Yeah. Scott's still on the crawl of the game.
R2.
No, actually, I finished that level. I'm on the ship there. We are escaping whatever planet that is. So I have, and that was 9 months ago that I last played it. So, hey,
remember when we all got squadrons and we played for a day?
Dude,
I actually have a gift card for PlayStation Plus just so I haven't used it yet, but next time we all play, that way I can connect and we can do this thing.
Sounds good to me.
I still have 3 career kills.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
It's horrible.
You know what? I haven't even touched. What was the game that we all bought? We all bought Squadrons.
Yeah.
I haven't touched it since the last time we all played that last.
We hyped it.
First and last time I played it too, buddy.
We all hyped it. We told everybody, people were like, join us. Nobody's touched it after that one day.
Well, because I tried playing it the day after we played and my vertigo kicked and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
No more.
Well, I've got it. I want to get it on Steam and maybe Mando Mike can help me out with this. Is make it on VR so I can play it through my computer. So.
I played it. I played it quite a bit for a few weeks, and I still only had 3 kills. It was horrible. I would just go in there and get bombarded.
Yeah.
It was nonstop. I'm like, whatever. And once in a while, I feel like, I'm really in this cockpit. I can feel where it's going. As soon as I got a group, I get shot and then lose it immediately. I'm like, oh.
Right. I love video game talk, Michael, so keep it coming. So is the rumored Mandalorian game happening? I don't know. I don't think any rumored Mandalorian game has been out or
I haven't heard nothing on that.
The only thing that was close to that was that 1313 game that was dropped.
Mando pinball game.
Yeah, that was dropped and something else picked up. So no, nothing that I know that's in the works. They should though. An open world. I know an open world Star Wars game is in the works too, but I don't think that's setting just Mando. I think that's.
I will say this though, the PS5 upgrade on Fallen Order. Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that game was already really detailed. The PS5 just adds like so much more.
Nice
stuff that you don't really like. Like I'm talking about like detailed sweat just falling from people's heads. Yeah, it gets like that detailed. I'm like, dang.
Nice.
So I can just imagine any future games from here on out how they're going to be.
Nice.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's all like I said. This is really the calm before the storm. I've said that a lot of times, but soon as we get Visions when it kicks off, when we get Book of Fett coming in December, and we're getting into 2022, we watch how 2022 is going to fly with content. We mentioned, we might have 52 weeks of Star Wars content moving forward, and there's just again the games keep coming. It's really heating up. So
please, I already feel like a starting kid right now.
I already feel like we blinked and 2021 is over.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. I can't imagine what that's going to be like with Star Wars.
Once Visions hits, right, it's going to be Visions Fett done.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Michael Gutierrez, who is going to get the Lego Star Wars game Skywalker Saga? All of us are.
I don't know if I'll play it, but I'll get it.
100% I will get it because like we talked about last week, Star Wars Legos is probably the best fun game that you can just get.
Yeah.
Just don't even have to. I mean, yes, there's puzzles, which is great, but again, it's just so satisfying collecting. You know, the what are they calling the little Lego things? It's so much fun collecting them. So, and it's addicting that way.
I will play it.
Yeah, it comes out next year, spring 2022.
It'll be 2023.
Yeah, exactly.
The way they're going? Yeah.
It'll go into summer, or it'll go into this fall for Christmas, and then
in 2020 it'd be like, remember that game we were talking about back in 2019 that like it's finally coming back, or we'll have the podcast, remember back what happened to that game?
Right. Yeah,
like 4 or 5 years, man.
Unbelievable. I'm glad I didn't pre-order it, so because that'd be another $60 sitting there.
No joke.
All right, guys. Well, let's wrap it up. I think that's good for tonight. Thank you, everybody that was in our pit, being digested and just talking it up. If you haven't, click the like button. Share this with everybody that you know that loves Star Wars. We want to grow this thing. We love our community. We love interacting with everybody that's in our pit and our Facebook pages. Scott does a TikTok. We want to do meetups. I think it's happening again at Disneyland. We remember the Unicon on October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Las Vegas. If you're in the area, go check it out. Scott's there. He's signing. He'll draw things for you. He'll dance for you. He'll do whatever you need him. No?
Whoa, it's Vegas.
Okay, so maybe I read the fine print wrong, Scott. I don't know. Maybe it was just drawing.
Buy me a Guinness and anything's possible. So,
but yeah. So I want to thank everybody for coming tonight, spending the Memorial Labor Day weekend with us. See us again next Monday as we do this again. Hopefully with the Fallen Fett. Look for some Beyond the Pits that are dropping. Look for our TikToks that are dropping, and anything else, Scott, that I missed.
Well, you can always log into our Facebook group, the Sarlacc Digest Central, where you can check out and continue the conversation, join in on some of the polls that we've got going on that might kind of lead us into our conversations over the next couple of weeks. So
absolutely.
Like this one did with the planets.
Yeah.
So join us there. That's the Sarlacc Digest Central on Facebook. You can also check us out, Sarlacc Digest Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, maybe sometimes. I don't know. And like Mooch was saying, our TikTok channel where I'm doing the 1 minute, give or take, toy reviews. Today, I think I dropped the Bo-Katan pop. So it's the first one in a while that I was able to keep it under a minute. All right. Not a whole lot of articulation with those pops to go over.
No, they're pretty easy.
They're pretty easy. Yeah. And of course our YouTube feed right here where we've got all of the TikTok videos. They also drop maybe a few weeks later than TikTok does. So, I think I'm currently scheduled through the 28th.
Your vintage Boba Fett, or the vintage collection, Boba Fett dropped. Or did you post that today? So
very nice.
That's where you're at on the YouTube. So
awesome.
Did you see that Jumbo Fig Tarkin?
It looks terrible.
No.
Ridiculous, right? At least make it look like the retro figure. Yeah. The one they brought out for it's horrible. Do the hair. Just make the hair puffy, like that little bit.
Or sunken in the face a little bit. I mean,
it was
not that hard.
Make him some cheeks. Holy crap. That's the worst. I can't imagine anybody buying that Jumbo Fig.
No. I know very few people who have actually bought any of those Jumbo figures, but that one is a never buy.
It's a hard pass.
Yeah. Oh, see, I wanted to buy the Boba Fett when they did that, right? I wanted to buy that one, but didn't. But then seeing the Tarkin, I'm like, oh, oh, no, not happening. Gross. Sorry, I just want to throw it in there because that's okay. Gross.
And also, please consider becoming a Patreon patron of the show. Patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast. Every dime that goes into the show goes back into the show that we get goes back into the show. So we really appreciate and thank all of our Patreon subscribers. And please take a moment, log on, throw us a bone or two, and we'll give you a shout out on the show. And
he said boner.
I said bone, sir.
Chris added the
What's wrong with you, man?
Made it funny.
He said boner too.
Yeah, and then before we leave that, we belong to the Red 5 Network, which also brings a lot of good content out there. Again, we don't associate ourselves with anything that we wouldn't agree with, and Red 5 is a fantastic group of shows. We also are on the RLU, Raw Live Unedited Podcast Network.
And they're a different type of bunch of shows.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. I thought we wouldn't be on a show with anybody, or on a network with anybody we disagree with.
But a bunch of different content. Red 5 is Star Wars content. RLU is other content.
Everything else.
Right.
Yeah. So
they're the everything else.
Everything.
Exactly.
Everything.
So with that, I think we're done. Thank you guys, and
keep it nerdy, everybody.